Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? That's why I do the show. I do it because you're there. And you want to be entertained, educated a little bit, informed. Well, I'll try to be entertained. It's the Christmas season. We're in lovely December. I like December. I'm a big Christmas guy. Second favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. It's like I said on the City Show recently, if we could just stretch out Christmas the way we do Thanksgiving, it would be fine. You know, Thanksgiving, I think I just finished Thanksgiving last night. You know, it went for like a week. Unfortunately, you can't do that with Christmas. And like after Christmas, yeah, I'm a football guy. We do Jersey Line. So you get to have something to look forward to. But once you get past the Super Bowl, it hits it like that doldrum. But everything seems to be so dull after you get past Christmas. There's nothing that compares to Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, do as much as you can as early as you can this year. There's the supply chain shortage. You talk to Amazon, there's no next day delivery right now. Everything's going to take a while. It's the beginning of December. Get your Christmas list, your wish list, everything. Same thing with your food. Whatever you're doing for Christmas, try to get it as early as possible. You got shortages in the supermarkets. You got empty shelves there. There are limits in place. You know, it's like we're a third world country here. Fuel prices are high, and it's not just gasoline. It's heating oil. It's going to be a very difficult winter. The Omicron variant is coming, so we got to be prepared for that. So try to get everything done. Our topics today, we're going to talk about the Toms River weed ban, Vision Zero planning, some consumer issues with Gold Medal and Guaranteed Services. You remember I ripped Gold Medal pretty good. I'm going to talk about Frank Holman, Seaside Heights is changing, Teddy Roosevelt, and the VA in Toms River. I'll be right back after this.
Introducing the all-new Ford Maverick. A truck for people who do stuff. And people who make stuff. People like Gabrielle Union.
I make this look good, don't I?
Who haul whatever they want to wherever they want. Like wood to build things made of wood with. And friends to get weird with. It's for long trips that the standard hybrid engine with a targeted EPA estimated city fuel economy rating of 40 miles per gallon helps with. That an 8-inch touchscreen connects with. And any trip that this interior makes more comfortable. But we'll let Gabrielle tell you all about it.
Or I could just tell them it's a Ford truck that starts at less than $20,000 MSRP.
Yep, that works too. The all-new Ford Maverick, built to defy expectations.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Welcome back. Tom's River Show here. Pat O'Melia here. You there. Don't forget all the stuff on the bottom of the screen that you see. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all those social medias. And don't forget Livestream. That is our base network where we archive all our programs. It's better than YouTube, but we pay for that, and there's a better quality of resolution there. So, and also free. Just download the app. There's a lot more programming on that than just me. Toms River. Yeah, they banned weed sales. Yeah, there'll be no marijuana in Toms River. I guess nobody's ever smoked any pot in Toms River, because that must be the feeling that the council and the mayor have. You know, it doesn't matter that over 60% of the residents of Toms River voted in favor of legal weed in Toms River. Now, legal weed is going to be all around Toms River. Toms River, eventually will be an island in this. Most of the cities, again, I always refer to Jersey City guy. Most of you people are from Jersey City. Somewhere in your life you were in Jersey City, your parents, whatever it was. There were hesitation by Mayor Fulop there about the legal weed, but they did a lot of research on it, and then they realized that it's a reality. So we may as well try to make the best of it and see if we can pay some bills. So Mayor Fulop is opening cannabis lounges. He's issuing the licenses for the dispensaries and retail. He's doing the right thing. It's here. You know, they got Murphy elected the first time. This is what the people in New Jersey want, except when it comes to Toms River. For whatever reason, your elected leaders didn't listen to you. Don't get it. It will make for an interesting mayoral race in 2 years because you know Mo's going for re-election. I shouldn't say you know. I assume he doesn't want to be a footnote in Toms River and be a one and done. We know Dan Roderick will run. Both of these guys are in favor of the weed ban. So when they're running for re-election and or election, depending on if Mo goes, why should you listen to them when they're asking for your vote when they didn't listen to you when you did vote? And over 60% of you voted for legal weed. And for whatever reason, Toms River and your elected leaders, the people you put there who are not listening to you right now, have decided to ban it altogether. Now, Toms River will deal with all the expense of legal weed. Whatever, issues and nuances come from it, Toms River is going to have to deal with it because people, Mo, Dan, and the rest of this council, people are going to be smoking pot in Toms River. Just that Toms River is not going to appreciate any benefit of it. Other municipalities will. If somebody in Toms River is not going to utilize their present-day vendor for weed, they're going to go to another municipality that sells it legally, and they're going to bring it into Toms River. And it's going to be legal to bring it into Toms River. And so they're going to be smoking it here. So all the nuances of legal weed, Toms River will deal with. Just that they will get no benefit. There will be no money. There will be no licensing money. There will be no sales tax. There will be zippo, nada, coming in from legal weed. But all the expense will still be there. The departments say, well, it's going to be an increase in enforcement, law enforcement. Maybe, I guess so. You really got to see some details on this and research. But say it is. There's going to be an increase in law enforcement. You don't have any money to offset that now. So you are going to want to reach into the pockets of people. But hold on. Should you even talk about raising somebody's taxes in Toms River when you just completely ignored a revenue stream? Now, how much would it bring in? I don't know. I know Jersey City, we're going to split it with the school budget and the general budget in Jersey City. There's real money here. So when Mo Hill or Roderick or this city council starts talking about the budget, well, they're going to top and the health insurances have gone up and we have to stay competitive with our salaries for township employees. We're going to have to raise the taxes 2 or 3%. Say, F that. You turned down a revenue stream, which is probably a rather large sum of money that you turned down. So don't go reaching into the pockets of the people at Toms River when you turn down a revenue stream. So this will be interesting. I hope I'm here doing the mayoral debates in 2 years, because I'm going to want those questions. I'm going to want answers to those questions. All right, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. Are you there? Just keep that in mind when they're talking about, oh, we want to raise your taxes for open space, or we got to pay this or that or this bond. Vision Zero. This is another thing that's going to cost you some money. I'm not against safety. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against bike safety. I'm not against pedestrian safety. Who is against safety? Nobody is. But there is an overreach for safety. And first off, with bike lanes. Again, homeland, Jersey City. You know, I'm probably public enemy of the bike people. I don't have a problem with people riding bikes. I have a problem with investing X amount of dollars into infrastructure, a mode of transportation, infrastructure for a mode of transportation that just isn't practical. You're not going to ride your bike when it's snowing and icing out. You're not going to ride your bike when it's snow and ice on the ground. You're not going to ride your bike when it's 2 degrees. You're not going to ride your bike in the rain or the cold weather or the heat. One of the things we talk about in Jersey City is city bike stink. We have city bike as a rental bicycles and e-bikes now. And when you were pedaling around before, you worked up pretty good sweat going to the office. Now they have showers at the office. But maybe with the e-bike, it's a little different. But there are just not enough people riding bikes to go to work. Now, again, you and I, we grew up, we rode bikes. Now, again, as I said before, I grew up in Jersey City. I rode bikes all around Jersey City. As I said in a recent show with the City Show, I must have been exceptional. And my friends, too, because we used to ride bikes every day. All over Jersey City, back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And we made it home every night, every one of us. Now, we need protected bike lanes. We need to be protected. Government, protect us. Mo Hill, protect us. Mayor Fuller, protect us. Protect us with little plastic poles. That's not going to protect you in the first place. But, hopefully John's showing some pictures of bike lanes that I took in Jersey City. There's nobody riding these things. I put a GoPro. I'm going to put a GoPro on my camera and my car, and I'm going to film this, and I'm going to show it to the powers that be in Jersey City saying, guys, what are we doing here? We're talking about squeezing lanes to put in bike lanes, turning streets from 2-way into 1-way, and it's a rarity when I see somebody on a bike. It's just not a practical 24/7, 365 mode of transportation where we have, how many thousands of cars I see a day, and I see a handful of bikes. And we're acting like, everybody's riding bikes here. Like I said, it squeezes the roads. It squeezes the commercial vehicles. It's just insane what we keep talking about with cyclists. And again, I rode bikes, and I'm talking about when I was a kid. Pedestrian safety. This is another new thing. We're talking about bump outs, all these different recreating of the sidewalk. You know what pedestrian safety is? Being aware where you are. Don't stand in the street. Not many people get hit by cars on the sidewalk, usually if you're in the street. When you and I were young, there was a song, but there were rules. You didn't cross in between. You went to the corner. You looked both ways. You crossed at the green, not in between. There was actually a song in the middle of the block. Keep your eyes to look down. Keep your ears to hear. Now, you and I, of a certain age, we all remember this song. I was surprised. My lead editor, John, who's editing this show, I believe he's editing this show, never heard of this song. So you'll see the lyrics up there to the song. And this is how we grew up. We crossed the street. We knew what the hell we were doing. We looked both ways. When I was a kid, we have cops and adults crossing people at school. I was such an exceptional street crosser that my school put me in charge and my friends in charge of crossing other kids because I must have been exceptional. Now, today, I was doing that when I was like 10 years old. Today, I have actual cops crossing kids at school or adults. But, lately there's been a school crossing guard shortage, I guess. See a lot of cops there. And the cops will cross you away from school. For whatever reason, the school area is dangerous. Danger, danger. Once you get a block away from the school, you're on your own now. Good luck. Hope you make it. There's no cops to cross you to rush it away. I don't understand. There's such an expense involved with putting cops and adults there. I was a patrol boy. We had patrol boys, and my friends were patrol boys. Me and Norman were patrol boys, and there were other kids. And we did it every day. And every day, we managed to safely cross, hundreds or maybe thousands of kids during the course of a day. In the morning, break, lunch, break, and the end of the day. All right. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Think about that. Now, you and I, we crossed, but there is such a population of people that want government to protect them. They can't cross the street by themselves. They need to put these bump outs, and they need longer timers and all this. Just go to the corner. You look left, you look right. For another thing, when I went to school, we didn't have school buses. We walked. I used to walk along railroad tracks, for that matter. Walk on them sometimes to school. Mom didn't walk us to school. All the kids were all up the house same time. We all went to school. We all managed to come back every day. I guess it's the evolution of raising kids that everything is super protectful. You don't see kids like we did. We'd get on our bikes and we were gone all day. We came home. It was a company, the American Can Company in Jersey City. When the Can Company lights came on, you had to go home. That was everybody's rule. We were all over the place. We explored constantly, and nobody does that anymore. And I think that's how we get into this situation with raising kids that, of course you should be concerned, but, we're so guarded that as these kids go into adulthood, they can't cross the street. They can't ride a bike unless they're protected. Government protect us. And the protection of these little plastic poles, doesn't protect anybody. But, in the Build Back America program, that is, I'm not going to be paying this back, but my kids will, or your kids will. There was something like $14 billion to train people how to cross the street. That's tax money that could be used for something else. To tell people how to cross. We should have learned that at a very early age. Again, the song does it all for you. In the middle, in the middle, in the middle of the block, cross at the green, not in between, look both ways. Astonishing what we do now. Gold medal. Now, I did a rip job on Gold Medal Services recently. We set them up to do a service on a furnace that my kids bought. They have a home in Seaside Heights. And the furnace was installed, I guess, about 2-3 years ago. And for the first 6 years, the furnace gets a free service. Since A Absolute was the ones who installed the furnace, and Gold Medal merged or purchased A Absolute, so they inherited, all the responsibility of the furnace. We called Gold Medal. We covered this on the show before. There were like 2 cancellations. Then finally, the third, they actually canceled the appointment like 2 hours before. And it was like 1 o'clock they were coming there. A lot of people take time off for these appointments. To just call and say, well, we're canceling because we're very busy with no heat calls. which is a bad excuse because you're the people who are supposed to be servicing those furnaces that you're getting the no heat calls for. And that's not really a good excuse. I do a lot of consumer issues. And again, if you have an issue, get in touch with us. These cameras and the television show, they're pretty powerful. I'm the last guy you want to screw around. So I did what we always do with the consumer issues. We got to the right people. And the right people, there are right people in these companies. And Gold Medal, when you get to the right people, was an excellent service. We finally spoke to Billy in dispatch. I don't believe Billy gave the last name. That's another problem. Nobody gives last names anymore, but it's a whole different world. Billy kept his word. The person was there. This kid, Jonathan, came in, former Marine, did an excellent job. He was also a Nest thermostat expert. You watch this guy on the Nest in your house, and you don't know anything about Nest when you see him doing it. They serviced the unit. They took pictures of everything. Almost immediately after the job is done, they email you an inspection report, the invoice, and all these pictures of everything they did. Really a good service. Problem was getting them there. We also had guaranteed services come in to service the downstairs furnace in my kids' two-family home. They did an excellent job also, very similar when the technician got there. Excellent work. Went in, did the job. It was like $75, $82 for the service, and they check your water heater and all that. And if they do anything, they're responsible if it breaks down. There was a little valve on the water heater that's an issue. We'll get that taken care of. And again, did a professional service. Again, when the guy got in his truck and did his paperwork on this huge industrial laptop, but tablet rather, you automatically, almost immediately, receive the invoice, the inspection, and all the pictures of everything they've done and every adjustment. So an excellent job. Gold Medal and Guaranteed Services both did excellent work when they got here. The real issue was Gold Medal keeping their appointments. But when they did an excellent job. Like I said, the kid Jonathan with Gold Medal, excellent technician. I would highly recommend them. If you're dealing with Gold Medal, see if you can get Jonathan. All right, we're going to break for a commercial. You're watching the Tom River Show. I'll be right back.
Ford made their first all-electric SUV a Mustang. Rapid acceleration, reactive handling, 300-mile range. You control how it feels and how it sounds. It knows you. It dials into your preferred settings. It has an array of driver assist technology. Cameras and sensors enhance your awareness and provide you with additional control. But it's more than cutting-edge technology. It's the spirit of it. It's a Mustang.
Not everyone celebrates the birth of a baby. You have options. Don't panic. New Jersey has safe havens for unwanted infants. Leave the baby with staff at any hospital, ER, police or fire station, or rescue squad. Call the number on your screen for safe haven locations or go to www.njsafehaven.org. No shame, no blame, no names. Safe Haven.
We're back. Tom River Show, Pat O'Melia here. Also, I want to throw in some props for NJ Natural Gas. In the studio, which is across the street from my kid's house, it was like a week of furnaces, you know. The furnace starts getting cold. We turn the gas furnace on. Guess what? Ain't working. So I did everything I checked. I checked the thermostat, took that apart, and looked at all the connections. Everything was fine. Everything seemed clean. So we called NJ Natural Gas, and they had a technician here, I guess the next day. And the guy came in, but the thing was, they don't really have a set time when they come. He got here like 7:30 at night. I was still down here at that point. And I was across the street at the kid's house. So I was able to come over to the studio. Guy checks it out. We got to order parts. Okay. And that's like 8 o'clock now. Order 3 days later, they called. We got the parts. Again, the big window, 8 to, almost like 8 to 8. Again, the guy gets here around 6 o'clock at night. Fixed it, but they did a great job. They kept their promises. NJ Natural Gas did a great job. So right now, like I said, with Gold Medal, make sure they keep their appointment. Guaranteed Services, excellent work, and NJ Natural Gas. Quick hits. Frank Holman, the president chair of the Ocean County GOP, would like to be reelected. And he's going to run up against George Gilmore, the legend here in Ocean County, and it'll be an interesting race. Frank Holman said if he's reelected, he's going to go and try to get younger people involved in elections for running for office. And right off the bat, Frank's two candidates for reelection is Commissioner Kelly and Commissioner Haynes, who are 70 and 75 respectively. So I'm not sure what old is to Frank Holman. Maybe a mummy. You know, if any mummies are serving in office, we have to take them out and get younger people in there. Young like 70 and 75. It'll be an interesting. Yeah, he's talking about going younger. Who's he running? 70 and a 75-year-old. Yeah, you got to get some youth, some new voices there. A little diversity wouldn't hurt either. In Seaside Heights, there is change a-coming. There is a renaissance going on in Seaside Heights. Mayor Tony Bond wants to bring it back to the family. He wants family values, people with strollers. I guess probably put bike lanes in, you know. Many of the motels that have been problematic for years in Seaside Heights are going to be gone. Right off the bat, Mark III is going. The Aquarius is going. The Belmont, the fencing is already up around the Belmont. The Quality Inn is gone. There's a few others on the list. I believe the Atlantis, which is next to the Belmont, it's on the clock, so that's going to be gone. Between just the ones we're certain of, that eliminates at least 250, maybe 300 low-cost rooms for rental in Seaside Heights. Each one of these developments that are going to replace these motels or townhouses or condominiums, high-end. So it'll be interesting to see how things go next year when you're coming down and you can't get a room for a night, you can't get a room for $115 to $120 for a night during the summer, because this isn't the end of Tony Boz going after the bad motels or motels that have had a problematic past here. And some of them he's pulling the mercantile license, so there is a renaissance happening here. The Bamboo is gone. You know, Calmer is on the clock. You know, there's a lot of changes coming around here. The Teddy Roosevelt statue in front of the Museum of Natural History is on the move. It's going to the Roosevelt Library, I think, in North Dakota. It's been there in front of the Museum of Natural. You've all seen it. Yeah, if you're a big museum person, you've gone there. I've been to the Museum of Natural History. I probably can count on both hands. We used to get hijacked a lot as kids and dragged there. Look at the whale. But you've seen the statue. It is being moved because it depicts Teddy on a horse with an American Indian and an African American alongside of him. And in our new woke society, that's no good. So Teddy Roosevelt, the guy that broke all the corporations, the guy is the reason we have National Park. You know, Teddy Roosevelt's accomplishments are endless. But yeah, get rid of his statue. That's the way we are now. The VA is opening in Toms River. What I strongly suggest to Mayor Mo Hill and the council is maybe open an office of Veteran Affairs or Veteran Services and have that office somewhere by that Veterans complex that's going to open here in Toms River. That would make sense. I checked the website. There's no Veterans Affairs office. I even called City Hall today in Toms River, or Town Hall, and nobody answered the phone. Just rang and rang and rang, the mayor's office and administration. All right, I'm out of show. You be good. You be safe. Don't forget, do everything early for Christmas. I'll talk to you later. Good night.